Hello guys, and welcome back to another Cafcast! Today we are back here in the wonderful world of Jurassic World. As always, as per usual, we're having a great time, and this is amazing because we have done some pretty significant progress. I hope you guys have been leaving your name suggestions on the last episode. If you haven't already, make sure you go back and watch yesterday's episode, like the video, subscribe to the Cafcast, and leave your name suggestion for the Sarcophagus and the Dinosaurs. I think I'm there. I can't remember. My brain hurts because I've been so busy. It's ridiculous. But I tell you what we've done, I think, is really, really cool. And I hope you guys agree. I've still got all the bits and pieces on me ready to go for making various different bits and pieces. And also we managed to find a vine and a flowering vine. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to place them on the tree, let them grow, and then snip them, and then like with the, I think, shears, and then sort of like place more of them around and stuff. And just sort of like do it slowly but surely like that. Which I'm happy to do because it's a steady race. You can't rush nature. You don't get that nice kind of like mossy look on roofs in a day. It has to be a thing that happens over a number of years. Hopefully you guys can see the progress that I've made over there. But what we're going to be doing first to start off with is actually we're not going to be going into the aquarium part just yet. We're going to go over here because I've slightly redesigned the way that the whole thing works. Essentially, what we're going to have is rather than one entrance, one exit going through the aquarium, we're having two entrances going through the aquarium, and then there's going to be like a wall, essentially, and then there'll be like this part here, and then there'll be a wall here, and then this will be a one-way exit. So there'll be like pressure plates on this side with doors, which you'll go through, and then you won't be able to go like enter through the exit doors, which is essentially makes this whole part a little bit different, but it kind of works really well. Now, the reason that I've done that is because the lanes and the roads that we've done here don't quite work out. This is one off, and as you can see, that's because the thing's been set back by one so that the trees don't touch the exhibit wall, which is fine, and actually it works out really, really well for us, but it means it needs to be a separate entity. Fortunately, the way that I've done it is I've designed this exhibit here. You can see the grass is all kind of like starting to grow now. I've designed this exhibit on the corner of that part there, so it's actually one off that way, and then it's one off like that way as well, which is fine. It's not a problem, but it's just one of those things that's going to be just like a little bit on the annoying side. But the good news is that actually what we have here is a really easy way of making kind of like a nice little entrance part. So what we're going to do is we're going to essentially have let's get the extractor out. We're going to have like the road part going to there, and then I'm going to take out these ones individually here. Can we do it with the bone meal? No. Can we do it with this large glowstone bricks? No. Can we do it with anything? Are we in the wrong mode? Can we? There we go. Okay, it's just because I was using the wrong thing. I haven't got an open hand because I'm so full of stuff right now. This is ridiculous. So essentially what we're going to do is it's going to go back one like this with the 4 paths, and then it's going to go along one with the 4 paths. So it's going to slightly, ever so slightly, cut into the where the sort of like the glowing bricks are going to be on this part, but that's okay because we're going to have it go along like this, along 4, and then it going along 4 is actually going to mean that it then is in the right place for this part. What we're going to have is, rather than having normal sort of like entrances on the 4 corners, and we're going to have like bits and pieces like that, we're actually going to do something a little bit more interesting with it. We're actually going to have a like sort of dark walkway that goes into the exhibit, into the middle of the exhibit, and then there'll be like a sort of like a dome area in the middle, which you can then look out at all the Sarcophagus and the Dinosaurs. That's the plan anyway. I haven't actually designed it just yet, so we need to see how big the floor can be. If we start it from 2 on each side, that makes a 4, so that's perfect. Look, so we can just have the walkway coming out like this. We'll have it so it lights up the sides, but we want to make it like a little bit dark on the inside because we don't want to spook the Sarcophagus and the Dinosaurs, because that would be really, really mean. So we're going to do it that way instead. I'll actually just place that one down just because that clears up some space for me. So we'll have to finish that off at a later date. But the cool thing is that means that actually the vibrant glass, which we've got a little bit left here, which just to demonstrate to you how this is going to go, will be like this. And then we'll probably have like actually it probably won't be like that. It'll probably be on the outside. I'm not sure. I haven't quite decided yet. We'll mess with that as we go. Feel free to leave some comments, guys, if you think that that's the best way of doing it. Then I'm more than happy to do it that way. But equally, I'm more than happy to do it the opposite as well. So that will sort of come out like that, and it will light up the sort of the line. But then we want all the sort of like the extra areas for all the dinosaurs to be sort of like a bit sort of gloomy, because I think that will look really, really interesting. So to start off with, we need to think about where the water's going to be coming from. And actually, because there is like a large amount of water on this side of the exhibit already, I think it will look natural if we have like a sort of a water stream starting from, I think from this side where the sort of the water feeds in to the area, and then sort of like have it go from this corner and sort of flow down, and then perhaps have water going like around the exhibit that we're going to be working on, the sort of the viewing area that we're going to be working on. So let's just quickly take out a nice 4-place gap, some stone on the floor, which is good, and then we can just easily have this kind of work like this. So the reason I did that is just so we have an infinite water source that we can then start working from. That was wrong. Do that instead. There we go. So we'll start just sort of grabbing water from here and making it kind of connect up a little bit. And eventually we'll have... So look, how are we doing there? That's okay. That's become an infinite water source. So then essentially we'll have it sort of go this way. I'm not quite sure why there's so much lag here. There's no reason for it. A bit weird. So we'll just have it kind of like flowing out this way, like this, and then at some point we'll kind of do like this kind of like we'll go around the exhibit. So I won't do it too much, but that's like where the water's going to start from. We'll just open that out a little bit more along here. There you go, perfect. So it's just kind of like a bit smoother, a bit wider, like that. Nice. Perfect. Okay. So we will sort of like, adjust this and make it look a bit more natural anyway, because that I think will be the best way of making it look really, really awesome. There we go. So we'll just start off with this for now, and then all we need to do is just kind of keep on going back and adding more water and stuff as we go. But there's something making the system lag at this part, so I'm not going to worry too much about making about doing any of the water stuff on camera. Partly because it's going to be kind of boring for you guys anyway. But mainly because there's a bit of lag and I'm not quite sure why. We'll just do a couple more here. We'll actually think. Well, let's make it sort of like. Oh, I can't even do that. My God, what's going on here? We'll just have that kind of like going right out of the corner here, so it looks like it's really kind of can go wherever it wants to. Out in the corner of that there. Sort of like I'm gonna put another block in the corner there, and then another one sort of like here. Yeah, nice. Okay, there we go. And then we'll just sort of flow it out as normal, as we would normally do, and just keep on going for that. We'll work on that as we go. I think that's going to look really nice, though. I think that's a good way of doing it. So we'll have the water flow out from there, and then it will go around the kind of exhibit part here, and then we'll have a sort of large, dense population of trees dotted around as well. So, I mean, that's the main thing that I need to do now, is just get some spruce trees up. So we'll probably have quite a lot of trees around where the river flows. I'm not sure exactly where it's going to flow right now, so we're just going to dot some around like that, and then we'll just have them sort of like reaching out this way to start off with. We might have to cut a few down to get a few more saplings and do it like that, but I'm okay with that. I'll keep this last one just in case. So we'll just start growing these trees up, which actually look pretty good. That's nice. Yeah, they're good. They're going to work out really well. And in fact, to tell you what we'll do, the ones that are nearer to the water here, I will quickly just add the additional bits that we want to do with the vines here. So let's just grab those vines. There we go. And we'll just put one vine on there and a flowering vine on there, and we'll just let those grow naturally, which is, kind of what we need to do. We've still got a little bit more bone meal left, so we can just grow the ones on this side of the river, probably here. Let's have a look. Yeah, that one's good. And that one's good. And we've ended up with 2 left. Can we do the 2 with this one? Hey, it works. Brilliant. Oh, fantastic. Okay, well, that's looking really, really nice, actually. So we can go with that, and then once I've added more of the water in here, we can probably look at sorting out I'd say it might be something we have to do off camera, but we need to make the water flow and stuff and add some extra bits and pieces. The good news is, though, that this is going to be okay for us to start adding in some of our dinosaurs, our Sarcosuchuses and our Deinonychuses. Because what we can do here is quickly just make it so that they can't get out on this like kind of work in progress part here. And take it out with a pickaxe for some reason. There we go. And then we'll be okay with that. They can't. Well, I'll do it one higher because I just have the dirt on me, so I may as well. There we go. Perfect. Okay, right. So we'll just have that like that for now. We'll add this mushroom tail, a couple of mushrooms, and some ferns before we go, because that's going to look really, really nice. So this mushroom tail here, turkey tail, boop, like that, and then just sort of like some nice mushrooms. Don't seem to want to go under there. How about this one? No, okay. Well, we'll just put down some ferns because we know that every dinosaur loves them, so we have to grow them for every dinosaur. And I think actually that will just like start growing out and making like a load of really interesting ones. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save the last 5 that I've got here because I have made a little bit of progress on the Ankylosaurus exhibit, as you can see. There's some nice vegetation down, there's some nice trees down. And I think that's going to look really, really cool as well. So if we quickly pop over here, just before we start getting brutally attacked by everything in sight, and just start putting down some ferns just around here, you know, just in places where they can sort of like grow up and expand if they want to. It's up to them. I've put down some nice grasses and stuff, but we'll just go with this for now. There we go. Perfect. Right. Okay. Fantastic. So that's that all sorted out. And I am getting a bit tired, so I'm definitely going to have to go to sleep now. But I tell you what, next episode is going to be really exciting, guys, because next episode we're going to do some hatching of some dinosaurs. So please do make sure that you stay tuned for that. But until next time, guys, I have been Caf of the Cafcast. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. You've been watching the Cafcast. We hope you have enjoyed the show. Don't forget to check out all of our other videos. Oh, and be sure to subscribe to us if you like what you see. That way I'll know to make more and that you really like me. So, you've been watching the Cafcast. We hope you have enjoyed the show. Don't forget to check out all of our other videos.